Dude, I suddenly hate Kick a whole lot less. Holy crap. Give me one sec, guys. I gotta update my Kick settings, but they actually put Kick as an integrated platform on Streamlabs now. So I no longer, amazingly, no longer have to go through and have a separate window open to see Kick chat. Although Kick is cancer, so I really don't care. But still, that's pretty cool. Took them long enough, my god. Yeah, dude, I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts on the whole Melanie Mac thing. Wow, okay, so Kick doesn't have this game. Interesting. So, I have to put a game, but we don't have a game to put here. Wow, Kick does not have Hyper Lightbreaker as a game on their platform, apparently. That's quite interesting. So bad, even Kick didn't want it. I don't know what to put there. You have to put a game in there. Is there a word I can put, like, just podcasts, I guess? I could put that category. We'll just do podcasts. Wow. I told you guys Kick was white trash, but holy crap. Like, hardcore. Is this even the right one? This is the right one. There we go. Okay. A little bit look behind the curtain there. Yeah, interesting few days. Not gonna lie, it's been pretty demented online, dude. There's been a lot of this crap that I'm quite fed up with, to be honest, from both perspectives. Dread Roberts, dude, I really like the guy. And just like Melanie Mac, I understand the point they're trying to make. What I think the issue is that they're conveying it very poorly. Like, doing an incredibly bad job of representing the point that they're trying to make. Like, look, I've been very honest with all you guys. I think the adult film industry is a cancer. If I think that there was a good, easy way to get rid of it, I would. I don't need excessive nudity and sexuality in my games or movies, and for the most part, I think it can lead to unhealthy lifestyles. However, I'm not the one out here saying that First Descendants is essentially porn, and that, you know, you can justify Lara Croft, but you can't justify, you know, the bunny suit from First Descendants. It's like, you can't have it both ways. You can't pick and choose which ones you think are good and wholesome, which ones you don't, when they're exactly the same thing. Like Nightcore, you're 100% on. You know, Stellar Blade is okay, but First Descendants is not. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. In the same way, I'm kind of fed up over this entire thing with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, with this rumor going around that they've got some crazy degenerate sex scene with gay people. It's like, okay, first off, we don't even know the context of why the game may or may not allegedly be banned in Saudi Arabia. We don't know. But everybody's getting on their moral high horse going, yes, if it's got anything like this in the game, we're done, right? Craig tried to host a conversation, I think. Are we talking about stuttering, Craig? Because everyone's telling me to try to get on his show, but guys, two problems with that. One, I've talked to him in DMs before, like he messaged me a while ago, so we have an open line of communication, but he hasn't invited me on his show. So I haven't gotten an invite to stream with him. And then there's the other issue that, yeah, I mean, I could probably either have a late, like go to work late or whatever, because I'm on the same time zone, I'm pretty sure that he is, or maybe he's a few hours ahead. I'm on the West Coast. So 9 to 11 is like when I'm getting ready to leave for work. So, oh no, Nightcore, I 100% agree with you. First Descendant and Stellar Blade appeal to the exact same audience. So I don't understand the mentality behind trying to justify one and not the other. That'd be like saying that Bayonetta is wholesome, but that Invictus Defying Fate, which hasn't come out yet, is not. It's completely picking and choosing. It's 100% hypocritical. In the same way that, again, I was talking about this on Discord. Nightcore, I can't remember. Are you on our Discord or not? I can't remember if you go by a different name on there or not. If you are on there. In the same way that I have this issue where, look, the Warhorse Studio developers never claimed to be anti-woke. They have not ever claimed to be a Christian company. If they want to have whatever in their games, that's up to them. Now, as a consumer, you can decide if you do, look, I don't want to play games with a bunch of gay stuff in it. Not gay. It's not for me. I don't want to play that. Therefore, if they were making some game that was overtly homosexual, I wouldn't buy it. I just wouldn't. It's not. I don't have any interest in that. However, they have been nothing but respectful and supportive of gamers, and this game is probably going to be one of the greatest games, at least in the last decade, based on the reviews, based on everything that we've seen from the studio, from information about the game. So for people to be like, they lied to us, they're not anti-woke because there might be a gay person in it. It's like, I don't understand. When did Warhorse Studio become some, alt-right, extremist, ultra-conservative studio? They're a video game company. They've never once claimed to be these things. I'm not saying that having that opinion, if you don't believe that homosexuality is morally okay, that's fine. A huge portion of the world doesn't. I mean, if you're a Muslim, that doesn't gel, right? That's a perfectly fine opinion to hold. What I don't understand is projecting those personal beliefs onto a studio that has never espoused those beliefs publicly, and then claiming that because there may or may not possibly be something with gay people in the game, that all of a sudden they are betraying the anti-woke. It's like, this is like much ado about nothing. Yeah, Jesus, the first game did, I guess, I haven't gotten to that point, but I guess that there was one where it was very subtle and it was there. This is like, okay, I said it before and I'll say it again. If you enjoyed Game of Thrones but have a problem that there might be a gay person, then you've got problems, okay? Game of Thrones is like ultra degenerate compared to maybe having a gay character in a game where it might historically make sense. This is the new one. I got a free copy, so I didn't pay for this. I got one through keymailer. Ironically, the PR manager for Hyper Lightbreaker had put it on Twitter that they had keys available through keymailer, so I was able to get this for free, so we can check it out without donating or contributing to Sweet Baby Inc. or Heart Machine or anybody involved. But yeah, I guess there was a gay character that was kind of stealth in the game. Hey, Geronimo, how's it going? Two actually both supporting characters for the main story. Since you can see tits in an anime. Well, and see, Nightcore, like I said, I may not agree. I may not agree with everyone else's take on what level of nudity or sexuality in a game or movie is or is not acceptable. That you have to make that decision for yourself, right? We all have to have our own moral compass about what we find acceptable and what we find not acceptable, right? Avoiding a ton of reading you're doing later. Ugh. You feel like it's a psyop? Dude, that's exactly where I'm at. I feel like it is 100%. Look, there has been nothing but excitement and momentum and all this great energy. Every time they tell us all we do is hate, we can respond with, no, look at this trailer we just saw for the game from the guys from Rebel Wolves, right? Look at how everyone's excited and anticipating this Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There are games that I'm legitimately looking forward to. Vindictus Defying Fate, I played the demo or the alpha for last year, and I'm genuinely excited about that game too. I still need to finish Black Myth Wukong. I'm halfway through that. There's DLC coming out for that this year, you know? Dude, I've got a free copy of Suicide Squad as well. Yeah. Mine wasn't through PS Plus, mine was through Amazon. I got it the day it was free. Framework for Artificial Intelligence Diffusion. Good lord, Susano, that's well outside of my pay grade. So anyways, we're gonna check this game out. I know my video earlier talking about all this drama with Kingdom Come is not going to go over well with a lot of people who are probably gonna say that I'm not anti-woke enough or whatever. It's like, it's crazy that, you know, 5 years ago, I would have thought that there was nobody more extremely conservative or right-wing than I am. And now all of a sudden, I've got people who are making me feel like a liberal, and it's like, I'm not liberal. Like, not even close, guys. But I just feel like people are, I don't know. It's just weird. Problem people have with these games is not merely the existence, but the beating you over the head with it. If that ends up being the case, then it's exactly a DEI game. But then, well, yeah, Oblivion, that's it. And furthermore, like I said, I'm on the side of I don't want a bunch of gay characters in my games. I'm on your side there with the people who are like, oh, why are there gay people? But look, Braveheart. Okay, go back to 1994. Braveheart had Edward II, who historically, evidence points towards him probably being gay. It's never been explicitly stated. There have been gay nobles, there have been gay kings and leaders that have existed, whether it's been subtle, whether it's been inferred or implied or whatever. You know, the reality is that there have been people who have been doing this stuff for thousands of years, whether it has been socially acceptable or not. So having a couple gay people in the game doesn't change anything about the game. Bet this one's even more comical. You have RTX 4090 Pro, how to get free games through NVIDIA. Oh boy. That's crazy. Didn't the Fallout creator Kane ignore the DEI stuff in games? He looks like David Jaffe, by the way, from God of War. Kane is the one that, yeah, he ignored the DEI stuff and basically said, why are gamers so hard to appease? Why do you guys not like anything? Why, you guys give shitty criticism? You know, he was the one saying that basically, if games suck, it's gamers' fault because we're bad at giving criticism, right? See, I don't even know. I don't even like the term liberal. I'm not liberal. The most liberal opinion I probably have is that marijuana should be illegal, but not a felony of any kind. Like, you should legitimately, there should be nobody in jail for marijuana. I just don't think it should be legal. I think it should be a stupid slap on the wrist. Stop doing it, you know, like it always used to be. Yeah, Oblivion, I think I've said my piece on that. I want to check this out, see how truly awful it is, because honestly, the reviews for this game, I said in my video talking about it, had nothing to do with the sweet baby ink side of it and had everything to do with the performance side of it. Technical issues, glitches, problems with where the enemies spawned, how many enemies there were, frame droppage, etc., etc. So let's check it out. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to decide if I'm going to do controller or... I guess we'll do controller. It says it plays better with a controller. Hey, Geek, you're getting us right at the beginning. How's it going, dude? I gotta make sure we go full screen for this one. Let's go ahead and switch. We'll switch inputs here. Oh crap! I lost my mouse. Here we go. The old guard of game devs seem to 95% support the woke stuff. Is it just me, or is the game already lagging? Good lord. Okay. So people said that even with like 4080, 4090 in their computers, that they were having issues with this game not running at good performance. I don't understand. It's a 6 gigabyte game. Glad you're playing this because I don't. Well, what's great, Susano, is that I didn't have to pay for it. That's the best part. It's not what you were expecting already? Well, we're going to see in a second. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go into the settings and turn anything down or not. The only performance, let's say that the thing that might cause performance issues for any game moving forward is my graphics card, and that's the thing I've been trying to hold off on replacing as long as possible. I might not have a choice next month when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out. I might have to replace my graphics card because I just don't know if... I've had this one for 5 years, and this 5600 is just not going to be cutting it. Minimum requirements, my graphics card for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is like in between minimum and medium requirements, so we'll see. Yeah, let's go ahead and let me do something real quick. You thought it was a 2D game? Okay. Looked decent, but it looks lame. Unreal Engine 4, aka Stuttering Engine, yeah. Well, it's absolutely hilarious which games I have that actually perform well, despite the fact that I would have thought they wouldn't, and the games that run like shit. Like, okay, Valheim runs fine on my computer now, but when I first installed it a few years ago, I was like, holy crap, this thing, it looks terrible and it runs like garbage. Eventually, I figured out how to get it to run at a better, more optimal rate, but like, man, it was bad for a while. A DEI slider. I don't think so. All right, it says, welcome to the Cursed Outpost. Unlock permanent upgrades, recruit vendors, and buy gear to help you in the overgrowth. Head to the telepad when you are ready to enter. I'll turn the game volume up a tiny bit for you guys. Let me know if it's too loud, though. I'm going to go into the audio settings and turn it down a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to... because I don't like the game blaring in my ears either. Valheim has a 30 frame per second fix. Yeah, I don't know what I did, but I remember it was bad for a while, and then I was able to correct it. Let me do that. We'll put it at that. I like to have it at that number there. All right, the hub, locomotion, combat cycles, tutorials can be accessed in the menu at any time. I wonder if we're going to bother with the tutorial or not. All right, you guys, let me know if there's frame droppage on the stream itself. Obviously, if the game lags, I can see that on my end, but if we're starting to drop frames for the whole stream, let me know. Where's my black bi-trans disabled woman in this game since it's... Well, no, instead, you know what we have? We have furries. That's what we have instead is the furries. We got our nice little tail right here. Oh, yeah, some stuttering already. All right, upgrade. Talk to Ferris Bit to unlock permanent upgrades and decode the fragmented memories of the crowns. Acquire Abyss Stones and Golden Rations by completing cycles. Find cores and core shards in the overgrowth. Okay. Interact. Commanding Officer, Veteran Breaker who leads the Cursed Outpost. Cool. All right, well, we'll figure this out as we go along. From one thing that I saw is that I guess there's no actual voice lines in the game, which is kind of weird. Like, why would you bring on a narrative design company and not have them do any sort of, like, narrative design? But, actually, let me see if we can see the credits from this part here. Wow, Escape only does that, really? What about from here? Okay, so you can't see credits. The credits actually has Sweet Baby Inc. listed for world building. has a style to it. Yeah, a lot of people said that the style is like Breath of the Wild, which I kind of see. It's a little more, not sure what the word I would use for it is. Stylized, I guess, than Breath of the Wild. A little more extreme. Ooh, I do not like this camera. Oh my god. I'm already... How do we recenter the camera? Why is it over my left shoulder? What the hell's going on with that? It's very different. Yeah. Save me, brother. Dude, this is, I don't like this camera. Oh, there we go. Okay. All I had to do was hit B. Okay, what is this? Ready up? Well, what am I readying up for? I'm not playing... this isn't co-op. I'm playing by myself. Can we talk to this person? Okay, there's no... I can't talk to him. Dude, I really don't like this. Investigate Tinkerer Shop. Can't repair the location. Let's see. I was going to suggest you invite the devs on for an interview. You could ask them what SBI Inc. did, if any advice or work still exists. I mean, Oblivion, I could reach out to them, but I've been fairly critical of them. I don't know that they would actually want to do that, but who knows? I have somebody that has got me on a bit of an investigation right now, looking into something that I'm not sure I want to look into because I'm afraid of what I'm going to find. And I could end up making a lot of enemies from within our own side of the camp if I do it. So I'm still deliberating on that. I'm doing a little bit of digging in the free time that I have. Like I said, I'm not sure that I'm excited about it or not. And I'm not sure what I'm going to find, to be honest. The person I'm speaking to hasn't been very forthcoming with information. All I know is there's something big that he's sitting on that could piss off a lot of people. And I'm a little worried about like what's going to be the ramifications of that right now. Voxels, like what Enshrouded did. We're talking about, looks like they went with voxels, but it isn't voxels. Enshrouded, isn't that one that was kind of like, that's not the one that was like the Robin Hood spin-off, right? Am I thinking of a different game? Are you supposed to be able to pass through this NPC? Look at that, we're just like right inside of him right now. Is made with voxels, but doesn't look like this, just saying it's like they're trying to make it look voxel without being voxel. We'll see. Alright, this must be the area that we go to actually... Okay, this is the telepad here. Alright. Well, all we can do is this first one here. Alright, so we've got that dash move. I don't know, this looks pretty gay. I'm not gonna lie. The only word I have for this right now is kind of gay. Also, how do you change characters? Are we stuck with this one at first? I think if they're genuinely interested. Let me, guys, I need to open up a YouTube tab so I can actually see the YouTube chat better. Let me do this. Because I have the multi-stream tab on, because now Kick is integrated into Streamlabs, so we now have Kick and Twitch and YouTube chat and Twitter all in the same spot, which is great. The only problem is it makes everything huge, and I can't see. There's the YouTube chat. There we go. I need to get that to where it opens up in Brave instead of Chrome, though. I wonder if I can set that. It's only supporting... Okay, so... Yeah, it's... I'm telling you, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. Which is crazy because I'm not even on the side of, yeah, put gay stuff in games. I'm tired of people, like, freaking out about things that aren't even relevant. I don't know. You think if they're generally interested in setting themselves apart, they'd probably be open to a fair interview? Yeah, that's true also. I mean, so Oblivion, this other story, like I said, I'm almost worried to even go there. Because, for example, it has nothing to do with like grums, but I've been critical of grums before too. I think that everybody should be accepting of some criticism if you are a person that's in the spotlight, right? That being said, I've never gone like super hard at grums. This right now, this person that I'm supposed to be looking into, it would be like attacking grums. I'm not even kidding. Maybe not quite as big, but pretty close. Oh, here we go. So characters are locked. We have I'm Vermilion, Lapis, Unknown, Gourd. So they're all like what, flower names? All right, so there's a total of what, 9 characters? This one we have Gunslinger. Holobites we have none. Gear, we've got the Soldier's Light. Gain some battery on killing blows. This kind of feels like Risk of Rain to a certain degree. We're just gonna go and raw dog it. I guess I get why a parent might not want their kid playing something with their kid, and that's a parent. Yeah, no. So censorship in those situations should definitely be up to the parent. And as a parent, I will definitely censor what my kids consume until they're no longer kids anymore. That's common sense. What I have an issue with is people projecting their own beliefs onto a studio that never held those beliefs, you know? Tends to be more careless statements that get people in trouble. No, this is the guy I was talking to told me that this could take an hour basically for a video on this topic. So I'm like, oh God, what is this, you know? So I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. Rail. Wait, do I have to go get my own weapons? So confused. All right, we'll trigger aim, amp, trigger, dash, hold and shoot, interact. Wait. Why would we use the same button to dash as to shoot? What? That's retarded. Why? Are you freaking kidding me? What is Y? Okay, well that has to recharge. Okay, RT plus X. I don't know what that does. Do we have an energy meter that we have to fill up? Okay, well that's like stamina, that recharges. And there's no dash, well there's no like sprint. Okay, that's cool. I gotta say, I don't hate the look of the game necessarily. I'm just not like sure about it, you know? Oh wait, I don't even do the shooting, the gun floats on its own. Equip. Oh, okay, so you have to hold, so there's no running and gunning. Wait, so you have to aim in order to shoot? You can't just like hip fire. Oh, come on. Yeah, I got it, Geronimo. I got my retarded brain. I got my boomer brain going on. You guess when Risk of Rain did this? I only played Risk of Rain 2. I played that for a while with my buddies. Good game, but I don't play it on my own. Unless you have to shoot and run. That's what I'm like, why would you do anything where you can't shoot while running? I don't know, it's weird. Now, do we have a timer? What I'm really wondering about, like, because again, it's supposed to be trying actions, refill medkit. Okay. How am I gonna know what's what if everything looks the same? Oh, we got a skateboard or a snowboard. So you dash into the board. Interesting. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Probably because the 2D game was like that. Can't remember for certain if that was that way. I mean, some people said that the game is good. It just kind of gets monotonous. We'll see when we get into the combat how it's, you know, how that all plays out. Let's see, is there falling damage? Let's check this out. Not from there. Let's see if we can find some falling damage. I don't know how I feel about falling damage in a game, to be honest. I remember Halo 1, there was none, and then Halo 2, there was falling damage, and it was like, what? Okay, we got falling damage. All right, so we're gonna deal with serious lagging as soon as we get more enemies on the screen. This is gonna be interesting. Well, we have no energy. That's cool. Ah! And just like that, we're already out of ammo. Okay, that doesn't break. Well, we can outrun him. That's the one good thing. Still no energy. All right, what about these special moves we have? Well, that didn't do much good. You know, I can understand how the first game had some appeal. And as a Kickstarter game, I get it. Wow, just like that, we're already out of ammo. Holy crap. Wow, these guys are kicking my ass already. All right, what do we have here? Plasma Blade. Or plasma-powered holobite. Rail deals 25% damage per 150 bright blood in cash. Well, we're going to be using our sword a lot more, I think. I gotta imagine this probably isn't that hard to play on mouse and keyboard. There's not very many controls. Oh, health. Okay, so you can refill your... I'm like, how are we going to do this? Wait, do we have med kits? I don't see any med kits. Phantom fragments. I don't know what that is. Oh, big boy. And we have no power for our gun. Wait, what does B do? Oh, that's right, we can't pause. Oh, shit. I think we'll be safe over here for 1 second. Oh, let's see, what does B do? Controls. Oh, parry, you can parry in this game. I didn't know that. Blade special. Oh, that's right, you have that ability. Okay. If they were not furries, yeah, I know, man. I know. This is the new one, Oblivion. This is Hyper Light Breaker. Now, another thing people were complaining about is apparently they were giving away copies of Hyper Light Drifter. So the game's 10% off on Steam right now, right? So they released the game at 10% off, which is usual for like smaller indie games. That's you know, not surprising. But then apparently they so I don't have any med kits. There's like a syringe icon and I can't do that. Okay. Weird. But apparently people were like, well, I already own the first game. Is there a way to get like, you know, a copy for a friend? And apparently they couldn't. I guess there was no way to do that. Hey, more battery. There we go. Oh, wait, the first one was 2D. Oh, no. Boss battle. What the hell? Oh, my God. Yeah, we're dead. I don't like playing this on controller. Oh, shit. I might try switching to mouse and keyboard, to be honest. Hey, Truth, how's it going? No idea what Super Baby Inc. did, maybe just some character. No, they did world building. So if you go look up the credits on this game, if we die, I'll go back to the main screen and show you. Sweet Baby Inc. is credited with world building on this game. So all the pink and purple, you know, all the trans-coded stuff, they had a hand in apparently. Apparently that was their major contribution to this game. Is there a reload button? Okay, there we go. Oh, we're still gonna die. Come on, come jump, dude. Oh, hey, that does continuous damage. There we go. I almost flew right into where he's at. And he's dead. All we got was that little bit of HP. What? What? What the hell? Weird. Still, it's fine, I guess. Not bad for an indie. Yeah, no, for an indie, it runs just fine. Look, I've played a lot of really bad indies. As far as like the gameplay goes, this one's not bad. I don't know that it would be a game that I would play very often. Especially since it definitely seems like it's geared for co-op. And, you know, I don't usually play with other people very often these days, so. Don't worry why the place looks like an oversized trans flag. Dude, honestly, that's that's what I'm saying. His tail throws you off. Because it looks like a freaking furry. The character design is okay. Like, I don't hate it. But then you got the ears and the tail. Not a fan. Oh god, what is in here? Ooh, here we go. Got a key. Okay, why would I go in there if it's gonna hurt me? That's supposed to be fire. That's fire. I thought it was like you could go in there in like a pool and get healed or something. But apparently that's fire. Berserker's Exoskeleton. Activate to increase armor by 20% for 8 seconds. Press and hold to aim your punch. Release to strike, dealing 200 to 350 damage plus knockback. Ooh, I like that. Take that. Only problem is we're not going to survive. My guy is like, I got 8 health left. This is insane. Sponge enemies and can't really get into them. Into the theme, yeah. Oh, shit. That's what I get for reading chat. Oh, man. Great, snail enemy, that's awesome. Snail enemies in games are always the really annoying ones. The slug snail things on freaking Elden Ring always creep me out. Force multiplier. Balance blades, gain plenty. So this is very much like Risk of Rain in a way. Oh god, I can't do this. I can't do this. No! We're gonna die! Dude, I can't survive right now. I got 3 health left. Oh shit. No! Ooh, what's this over here? Can we heal ourselves off this? Yay! We got 5 health. Oh god. Oh, we got the damn bats back. Let me see, EA and SBI this. Well, honestly, SBI had EA as one of their clients listed for a long time. YouTube said you can't post the last one? What did you say? See what happens when I die? Well, it'll happen sooner rather than later, dude. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I want to say that Sweet Baby had EA listed as a client for a long time. Like, that's not a new thing. Oh god. All right, let's go back over here. Refill medkit. How do I use a medkit? Oh shit. I told you we're gonna die soon. Oh my god. Is there no way to heal? I mean, other than like picking up the plants or whatever, there's gotta be a way to heal. No, I've got syringes say D-pad up, and I have 0. So that's not even an option. Yeah, oh, E is early. Oh, I thought you meant Electronic Arts. Yes, it is on DEI Detected. This was the game that's been on DEI Detected for a long time. Now, the story about this, and I covered this in some of my videos talking about it, is that the PR manager back in March came out and said, oh no, we haven't worked with Sweet Baby Inc. for a year. And yet they're credited on this game for world building. So again, whether or not you want to take that with a grain of salt is up to you. Oh, dude, Blood of Dawn Walker. But not because I hate Ciri, not because I have an issue with the character. And this is another one of these woke versus anti-woke things. I have no problem with Ciri as the protagonist of the story moving forward. I think it's lame to make her the girl Geralt. I think Geralt would have made a better, continuation of the Witcher story. And for Ciri, it should have been Shrine Action. What? How do we refill our medkits? I'm so confused. Hey, Shrine, do something. Robot Shrine, that's great, cool. Robot Shrine, guys. It doesn't do anything. But no, as far as what we saw out of the story, just from the 4-minute cinematic trailer, definitely, Dawn Walker, 100%. Oh god. Yeah, we're dead. So dead. Oh my god, go! I got 2 health. This is so retarded. Increase reload speed, sure. Great, awesome. Doesn't matter, we're gonna be dead in a second. Like Witcher organs? No, no, the frickin', they could have done a story about Ciri. I mean, think about it. They could have used her powers to like do interdimensional travel and, you know, all sorts of fun stuff. They could have done so much different shit than focus on, like, look, imagine if she traveled, because the convergence of the spheres is how the monsters got to Earth in the first place. If they could have focused on, like, Ciri traveling to the plane of existence where the monsters came from, that would have been sick, right? That would have been amazing. And then you could use all your powers because you're fighting things that, you know, you could never have fought in the setting that existed. Don't be a furry. Hey, big ship. You know, I got the game for free, and I've been talking about it, so I wanted to check it out. I figured it's the least we could do to actually look at it for ourselves. And I didn't have to spend any money. No money in anybody's pocket. What I don't understand is how we're supposed to use those shrines to refill medkits when I can't even activate medkits or syringes or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. God, these guys are spawning out of nowhere. This is nuts. Hey, Salty Nerd, glad to hear that, dude. And I'm not going to be the person to be like, oh no, trust them, you know, implicitly and don't ever question anything. No. I don't like that consumer mentality where you absolutely have to buy next product and, you know, trust corporations and all that. I just don't think that at this moment there's any reason to freak out about it. I just don't. I don't see it. Just found out that it's playing the first one we don't see Geralt become a Witcher or joins his story midway. I mean, dude, they could honestly do that. They could check a, or they could try to do a prequel story, which I guess the first Witcher game picks up after the book series ends. So they could actually take, for people who like me who never read the books, they could take, you know, like a look at the books storyline and maybe put, you know, 3 of the books together and make enough, because the problem is the books are not going to have the amount of action and monster hunting, from what I've been told, that the games have. But what if they took like a few of the books, combined them into one long game where you can actually play through as younger Geralt after becoming a Witcher, and you can still go hunting monsters, but it has more of like the origin story of where he came from, right? So I think there's plenty of good options without going, okay, well, we have Ciri, let's just make her the female Geralt. That just seems cheap and lazy. I don't know. Freaking blob monster. I mean, this game might be more interesting with like playing co-op, but so far it has nothing on Risk of Rain, I'll tell you that. Risk of Rain is far more exciting. They don't care anymore? No, obviously they don't care anymore. Thomas Mahler, dude from Moon Studios, guy that did Ori, was saying that this is not the same studio that made Witcher 3. It's just not. Not the same guys, not the same people. Sweet. What do we have here? Materials processor. Holobyte can gains 0.25% blade damage every time a material is collected. Oh, so here's where you buy your upgrades. Consecutive melee combo hits increase blade damage by 5%. Tell me we're not going to get attacked in here. Are you freaking kidding me? Guys, this should be an enemy-free zone. Oh my god. How about some health, please? Oh my god, no! Holy shit, are you kidding me? Not okay. Really not okay. So not cool, guys. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I didn't know those guys blew up. Wow. All right, what were we doing here? Upgrades. 20% plus 20% battery, consecutive blade, melee combos hits increased blade damage. Staggering restores some battery. I don't know. Can we buy more than one? Yeah, we can buy more than one. There we go. Okay, let's get damage, I guess. What I need is health. She was stronger than a Witcher anyways. Yeah, no, that's for sure. The idea that this could be some purposeful attempt to... Okay, so Salty Nerd, the thing is, it's people claiming that this is their way of trying to like sneak in some hidden woke, gay agenda or some sort of thing. And my answer to that is they never once came out and said, we are an anti-woke, anti-gay, anti-LGBT studio. And they never said that. They said, here's our game. It's very big. It's very long. You're gonna love it. Have fun. So people are projecting crap onto the studio that the studio never said. That's my issue with it. Wait, after you purchase them, you have to equip them? You can't just... What the hell? Why is it just sitting here? Wow. All right, now, how do we get more health? That's what I want to know. I got all the upgrades in the world, but I got no health. I don't understand. Why don't I have the ability to heal? This doesn't make any sense. Bright Blood, common currency, material. Use kit. I don't have any kits. My kits say 0. How do you find med kits? Oh, yeah, Susano, it's just because a Saudi Arabian studio, or sorry, a games media outlet said that the game is allegedly banned in Saudi Arabia, even though there's been no actual announcement about it, because of some immoral scene that hasn't been specified, and nobody has said it's a gay scene or anything. They just said it's a scene between two people that has been deemed immoral in Saudi Arabia, and therefore the game has been banned, even though it has not been banned. And all of this chaos and drama is because of that. Maybe you have to buy the game to heal. Touche. Although no, this is a real copy. I just got it for free. Keymailer sent him out. I find it hilarious that it was the PR manager who put it out there, and it's like, okay, sure, why not? So there's some sort of gem over here. Oh my god, look at that. That's something about them, maybe it's projection. Yeah. Yeah, Susano, I'm 100% the same way too. What is going on? What happens? Materials retained, res activated. Wait, so you get... Oh, okay, hang on. What? So you resurrect in the same spot that you're in? Why does it take so long? Wait, are we... So we're back at our outpost now. The overgrowth is unstable and regularly reconfigures itself, dominated by the power of the Abyss King. So, okay, here's, I guess, what happens. You clear the map, or you die trying, and then you have 4 attempts, I guess, before everything's done. So, roguelike. I get it. As to why we don't get medkits, I don't know. I have no idea why we're not worthy of getting medkits. Yeah, dude, honestly, the funny thing about that video I recorded, it was more of a unhinged rant than anything else. And I was like, look, I got home, I'm like, I gotta go to Costco in like 20 minutes. I'm just gonna sit down, record my thoughts on this, not be articulate at all, and just kind of like throw that shit out there. All right, play with friends. Talk to the robot to start or join a multiplayer session. I don't think so. I think we're just gonna play solo. All right, can we buy anything? So I have nothing left to unlock anything with. That's great. Yeah, I'm sure that there's a vendor that has medkits or something. What am I looking at? I love not having any words in this game. Feature coming soon. This is great. Not being able to see or understand anything you're seeing, like what the hell is this, right? Well, yeah, I know there's med kits. Like if you look at the little, which way we're pointing this way, the little syringe thing next to my health bar, it just says 0 next to it. So there's healing, there's syringes, they're just not here. Okay, this guy we still can't talk to. Hi. So you got your multiplayer, you got this person for upgrades, I guess. So we have to progress through the 3 levels to get to the main boss. Okay. Fair enough. Oh no, so I went on and looked at a lot of the reviews on Steam were complaining about the fact that the game feels more like an alpha than early access. And that for some people, like if you're featuring a game that you're calling early access, but it's more of an alpha, you shouldn't be charging people for that, you know? And again, I agree to a certain extent. The only problem I have is if you're willing to back a game and support it, and it's an early access game, you do have to be ready to, you know, expect what you get out of it. It's like, well, nobody's expecting a polished, you know, fantastic award-winning game in an early access game. Might end up getting to some point, but it's going to be after it releases. Yeah. Now, I guess you get to keep these, though. That's cool. What am I looking at here? What? Oh, that's right. This is our amp. I never even used that. All right. You can probably sell your upgrades, I imagine, right? Where's our... So you can upgrade... HP. Okay, we can upgrade our health. We can upgrade armor, we can upgrade battery. I'm gonna say I'm gonna upgrade health. Wow, to 80, look at that. That's amazing. We used our one little cell thingy that we had. All right, let's just go back and do this again. I didn't see anybody to buy medkits from, but it's fine. If we die, we die. All right, let's see here. Prism, Shrine, Vendor. I just want to know why there's not medkits available on the map. That's all. That's all I want to know. Like Window users, Microsoft main marketing tool since the early 90s. Damn straight. That's so true. Don't agree much of the stances they have. Don't need to either. The game is just great for you. Well, the funny thing about Dark Souls and Elden Ring, Susano, I've said this for a while, and it's really funny because NS, who's not here tonight, he's taking kind of a break from, I guess, YouTube or whatever. He's a massive Elden Ring like enthusiast, right? Loves Elden Ring, and so for me, I don't care about my builds in Elden Ring or Dark Souls. I never have. I'm terrible at doing like Dark Souls builds. I just have never really put the energy and effort into creating an intelligent build for a Souls game when I've played it. So for me personally, it's like the idea of creating a build. I spend more time on the character creation screen on a Souls game than I do worrying about my build. Oh, look at that. We're getting attacked right from the get-go. That's cool. Well, that time parry wasn't too terrible. Alright, so parrying is going to be a thing, apparently. Okay, I gotta see. I like the idea of sheer blatancy of a company using undue influence to get people to pay more. Lose your character or buy medkits using our special in-game currency, only $9.99 for 10,000 units. Wait. A medkit is $3.33? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, that is scummy. Holy shit, that's scummy. 3 medkits for $10. Wow. Now my question is, do the enemies stay dead? Or do they all respawn? Because this area was covered in enemies beforehand. Meta PvP builds don't really matter. Can always change them as well. Yeah. Oh, 100%. I got through Elden Ring without ever changing my build. And I'm like halfway through the DLC without changing my build. Probably should at some point. I just couldn't be bothered to. As the Brits would say, I couldn't be arsed. Or maybe that's a New Zealand thing, I can't remember. What do we got there? Oh, just in your hypothetical, okay. I was worried for a second. I'm like, there's no way, right? Oh, that's pretty cool. So you can go from a double jump to a paraglide. Okay. Fuego, green fuego. I like that. Where'd that snail enemy go? Where the hell did he go? Dude, did he just randomly despawn? Oh, dude, for real, the same way. I don't like switching weapons. What the hell? How are you supposed to get across there if you can't swim? You bet a game does or has done it. I'm sure they have. There are plenty of games that are just like microtransaction hell. Alright, there's gotta be a way to get across there. Let's see. Go up here and paraglide, I guess. Oh crap, I forgot to do the paraglide. I went to go dash instead. Can you go from a paraglide into a dash? No, hang on. From a paraglide to a dash. Let's see. Crap, I didn't hold down A. Dude, I'm so rusty on the controller, man. Okay, so you could like go with the paraglide and then dash if you need to. Okay. Oh, dude, I was gonna play Liza P and then I never got around to it. And now it's like never gonna happen, dude. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh my God, we were almost there. Well, how are we gonna do that? Unless there's some way to launch ourselves. I guess we could try this giant rock, I don't know. The jump zap thing? Maybe. Can we climb the rock though is the question. It'd been stuck on a bush. Dude, there's no climbing at all. Nah, that's not gonna work. You still haven't played that because people said they just still didn't fix it yet. Which game are we talking about? Elden Ring or... Yeah, it's not gonna work. Damn it. Jump dash glide? I don't think so. Maybe. We'll give up on that for right now. Although, it looks like it's kind of important to be able to travel from island to island, and I don't know how to get there. Maybe we can get there from the other side at some point. Oh, Dragon's Dogma 2. Yeah, I never played that one. I played Dragon's Dogma years ago. It was funny. Dragon's Dogma is one of those games I found to be very weird, but very cool. Very interesting. But extremely weird. Like a very weird game compared to other games I played before. But I did really enjoy it. Come on, man. Thing lit me on fire? Are you freaking kidding me? Holy crap. Wait, was that a boss? Oh no, a boss is right here. Oh crap. Oh, we did. We did. I gotta go move 1,000 plus sheep. Have a go. Oh my god, dude, have fun with that. Hopefully they're digital sheep. Real sheep smell too bad. Man, we need some healing going on over here. Oh, there's nothing in this one? Come on, man. You guess you get while they're comparing it to Zelda? Yeah, for real. I get that, but at the same time, I feel like it's nowhere near as good as Zelda. I wouldn't even say it's like Zelda and Risk of Rain had a baby because, to be honest, it's just not really that interesting. Oh god. Oh boy. Oh, come on, get back up there. Get up there. How did we do this before? There we go. Gotta get the right angle. Well, now my gun has plenty of ammo, but I'm not gonna live long enough to use it. Of Jank Pal World. I said on, I feel like one of my videos, or maybe on my last live stream, that this game looked like Pal World and Risk of Rain had a baby. It legitimately feels more like Pal World. I mean, he can't get up here, can he? Oh, he can. Just die, you weird squid, slug, turtle thing. Critical hit on enemies will restore red HP. Oh! All right. Skyrim without the plot. Dude, there's like no plot whatsoever. We are like plotless completely right at this point. Oh god, not this dude again. Oh shit, no, no! Oh god. Damn it, timed that off really, really poorly. And we're dead, we're dead. Dude, I've got 1 hit point left. 1 freaking hit point. Yeah, I'm not picking that up. Oh, we're in so much trouble. It is really funny though, because I have noticed for all the complaints about like technical difficulties people have had with this game, I've had like no problems whatsoever. Oh shit, no! Now if you want to talk about gameplay mechanics, the whole medkit thing, all those other issues, sure. Those are things that I'm not having an easy time figuring out right now. But as far as everything else goes, it's like the game's running just fine. Oh shit. Please refill my medkits. Maybe medkits are something that they're gonna do in like the future. They're not available in early access. I don't know. The 1 HP Boogie Boy? I don't know that one. Zelda's world feels more lively. Yeah, this is very, very stale. I wouldn't say lifeless per se, but very much more generic. Oh, we're dead. So dead. Can we leave? Do we have to stay here the whole time? I see that area that has that up arrow. Alright, so this is clearly like where a weapon upgrade is. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, we're so dead. Gotta change the scenery here before we die. Dude, these guys are chasing me a long way. Oh my god. This is not good. Oh my god. They did at least use some landmarks here and there. Yeah, true, but honestly, not enough for my brain damaged brain apparently. Oh, and then it downgrades all your holobytes. That's not cool. Takes away your gear. Oh man. Great. 2 more reses. Someone else was complaining about how long it takes to get back to the loading screen. And it's like, yeah, I get that. This is a very simple game. You would imagine things wouldn't take very long. But, whatever. They don't lose aggro. Some enemies do though. That's the crazy thing. Some enemies do and some don't. Some of them like give up right away. All right, let's talk to the other NPCs and see if we can buy some med kits. Increase their affinity with gold rations to unlock. Didn't we already see this tutorial? I can't remember. All right, what do we got? We got the Breaker Buster. We got Solar Bolters. I can sell this stuff. Increase affinity to unlock more gear. Well, I can gift him something I don't have. All right, so he don't sell medkits. What about this guy? Oh no, this guy we have to repair the location. It'll be available when you return from your next run. My other question is, since it's a roguelike, does all this reset when you die too many times? Hey Drodro, dude, I actually did a video on that a couple hours ago before I ran some errands. In short, I think it's BS. I don't think it's actually anything to worry about. I think people are making much ado about nothing. But again, that's just my take on the entire situation. Obviously, everyone's going to feel differently about it, but we don't even know to what extent any of that could even possibly be true. So I feel like it's just, I don't know if it's media collusion to try to like derail the enthusiasm for the game or what. This is some sort of armor shop, I guess. Exactly, Susano, that's the thing. I do not believe at all that there is some sort of gay agenda, some sort of LGBT, DEI push by the developers in the game. I don't believe that one bit. Not at all. Does that mean that there's not a gay character in the game? Of course not. There very well could be. And like Susano said, depending on how it's done, I really just couldn't care less. But again, it's going to depend on in what context, you know? I can't unlock anything because I haven't survived. Basically, I guess if you don't get out alive, none of this is going to be accessible. I think Warhorse at least deserves people kind of chilling for 5 minutes before coming to the conclusion that they've suddenly gone woke. You know? That's just my take on the entire situation. So hang on a second. Obviously you can save these so you can use them in between runs, I assume. But you have to go in with one selected. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Hans, you know? Oh, dude, Jesse, no, it's not just from fans in the in like Czechoslovakia. Do they go by Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic? I'm terrible with geography in like Eastern Europe. Well, mid to Eastern. But Daniel Vavra, if you look at his Twitter posts and replies and the things he comments on, the dude basically is like a Texan in Europe. Okay, he described Czech people as being basically like the Texans of Europe, right? The dude is incredibly based. That doesn't mean that he's also not going to include gay characters in his game. Just because he's based or whatever doesn't mean that he's going to be pushing some sort of like anti-woke message in his game. He just is making the game he wants to make. And I guarantee the game's going to be good. And whether or not it has a gay character remains to be seen. I honestly think that the media is trying to derail the enthusiasm going into this game release, because dude, this has been like the biggest thing that people have been looking forward to for a long time. I mean, believe me, I would much rather be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance right now, which I'm going to play on Friday. I'd rather be playing that than playing this shit. But I wanted to check this out because, again, I've been covering the game, and I was able to play it for free without actually losing any money on it, so it is what it is. Wait, so now the regions have changed again. Procedurally generated. Oh boy. Well, let's try to go somewhere we haven't been yet. Let's go to... How do we zoom out? Zoom out. Dude, I'm so rusty with controllers. Let's try to pick up a new blade and a new rail. I know, I don't know that necessarily the Saudi games media is going to collaborate with Western games media to try to help them derail the game. I can't state that for like a definitive, fact. But would it shock me? Is it the craziest thing? Especially if the game does have like an anti-Muslim message to it. Of course it wouldn't surprise me. Shit, already getting hit. Oh, and we have 0 battery for our gun. That's awesome. Damn it! Oh, my timing on that was terrible. My kid explained this to me as she's more that than me, but I don't remember what she... Dude, I'm terrible, especially with like the history of that region. I've got to do my due diligence and get back to actually studying more. What happened to my gun? Do I not have a gun anymore? Why don't I have a gun? Where did my gun go? And why is that guy glowing blue? What the hell? Oh my god. This is not okay. Dude, what is going on? I don't have a gun anymore. Okay, equip. We have a gun, thank God. All right. Weird game. I have no idea where my gun went. Yo, blunderbuss. All right. I like one-shot kills. I'm not gonna complain about that too much. Oh, come on, reload already. Oh, damn it, I thought I was behind the wall. No! And of course, no health. Come on, die already. Dude, I hate aim assist. Oh my god. All right, am I safe to look at the chat for a second, or I guess not. I shot the damn floor. Aim assist is locking onto these guys and I can't hit them in the head. I have ancestry in Bohemia, so I've been studying it recently. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Still talk to people there, but this never came up. Moldova, Romania more. Yeah, again, I can't speak to whether or not the game touches on culturally sensitive topics for, let's say, Muslims or whatever, but it's very likely that that has something to do with adding fuel to the fire for why maybe Saudi Arabia doesn't want the game being released there. And again, there's no official statement from the governing bodies in Saudi Arabia that would actually block the game. This is all based on rumor that they're going to block the game, right? So as to what the context is as to why they're potentially going to block it, nobody even knows. Damn, these guys just hit too hard. Well, at least we'll get to see, once I die my 4th time, we'll get to see what happens once you've died the rest of the way. All right, what is all this? I knew it. I knew it. Now you probably take extra damage when you get hit. I'm like, I just had to touch it. No, not during the Crusades. It's, crap, what time period is it? Can't remember the year. Man, I could have hit him with that flaming gas can. Oh shit, more enemies. Hang on a second, your big attack shouldn't leave you open to get... Dude, come on. Year would be 1401. That was after the Third Crusade. Third Crusade was in the 1300s, wasn't it? That was the big one with Richard the Lionhearted. I think that was in the 12 or 1300s. So 14 would have been like post the Crusade era, because there was like 4 Crusades. I think there was like Peasants Crusades unofficially after the 4th. The 4th, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that got derailed entirely. All right, so after this final death, we'll get to see what happens. Do I have any points to spend at all? With 351 of these little teardrop dudes. Can't do shit here. I used to be so much better with history. I honestly, I'll have to do a little bit of like research before I can speak definitively on any of it. Buy Breaker's Buster, Solar Bolters, a dual sword. Ah shit, let's just go ahead and buy it. We'll sell... No, it's fine, we'll stick with that. And then what do we have here? Freaky looking dude. Okay, buy Ghost Signal, medium armor. Oh my god, I should have bought armor. Well, I can sell some of these things for 90. Hey, that'll give me what I need. Cool. All right. Sell that. And then we'll buy the armor. Oh, it reduces your dash speed. Oh boy. The HP plus 39, armor plus 4. It's worth it. Okay. Copilot doesn't have any official statements on being. That's because it's not officially banned. No, for real, Drodro. I'm sure that was still going on, but who knows? Again, then you get the people who are like, Warhorse needs to come out and make an official statement. I'm like, why? My big question is, why do they need to make an official statement? What have they done to be like, oh no, we need to now come out and issue an official statement about our game that we didn't instigate any of this. We have 3 weeks till it comes out, and now we've got all these people freaking out about it. And it's like, why do they need to issue a statement? I just don't get it. Deals 5 damage every second that can spread. Ah, I probably should have. No, we'll do this one. Wait, is that level? Oh, that's level. Okay, so the level resets, I think, when you die. And I don't have any other holobites. How sad. Oh well. I mean, and sure, whether it's gonna get banned or not remains to be seen. And I've said before too, it's like the reality is, when it comes down to it, if the game does have some hidden woke agenda behind it and some disturbing messaging or some like explicit gay sex scene, okay, then sure, I'll eat my words on that. But in the meantime, I'm just like, whatever, guys, just chill. I'm just tired of seeing these people who were planning on pre-ordering the game or planning on buying the game who are like, oh, I'm closing my wallet, and it's like, what did these guys do to you? Like, honest to God, what have they done to make everyone so, I don't know. The level of freakout is just a little excessive, in my opinion. So I'm back to not having a gun again. Oh my God. All right, well. Dude, honest to God, I tried using my special attack and it's gone. I don't have it. It didn't do anything. This sucks, man. At least in Risk of Rain, when you start off with your base weapons. This one, I'm not even starting off with a gun. That really sucks. I wonder if I can get a refund on my free game. I pre-ordered the game too. I've only pre-ordered like 2 games in my entire life. Elden Ring and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think that was it, yeah. Dude! Bastard shot me as I was paragliding. Just kill me already. I'm done with this game. I'm so bored. Definitely not a game to play by yourself. It would be alright co-op. And just look at that. Damn guy blew up on me. Good Lord, I hate that guy. Oh my God. Come on, man. Just freaking finish me already. All right, let's see what happens. Come on, you can take me out. One hit. Oh, he didn't do it. All right, somebody else will get me. With the woke right wanting censorship just blowing my mind. See, I'm not even a fan of the woke right term. I don't really like that. Jesse, I've played Risk of Rain 2, but it's been years because honestly, the people I used to play with, I don't play with anybody anymore. So it's not a game I enjoy by myself, to be honest. Yeah, there's a few multiplayer games I play, but I usually just play like online with random people. Insurgency, Sandstorm, Starship Troopers Extermination. Things that just, you know, random lobbies of people. Man, I don't know what the hell to do. I'm just gonna go get myself killed, I think. As I'm picking up HP, right? Yeah, and I never played the first one, so I couldn't really speak on the first one versus the second one. But yeah, I mean, I understand the idea behind the woke right term. For me personally, I think woke is too much its own thing to really apply the term to right-wingers, but I get the idea behind it. Ideological, dogmatic belief that you're the one, as long as you're in control, it's okay to censor and have authoritarian systems in place, provided it's the right mentality. So in that respect, I get the idea behind calling people the woke right. I just think the term is just off because woke is so totally its own thing. And it's based more on like the weird gender, gay, race communism, you know, it's very different. But yeah, and I've said this already tonight, as somebody who is both right-wing, conservative, and, you know, Christian. Ooh, hang on a second. Gain extraction. So we can leave. Okay. While I might not morally agree with what somebody else does, I don't look at all of video games as a Christian medium, or like all of metal music or all TV shows as Christian. Sure, I don't want straight up degenerate filth in anything I'm watching or playing, but I can choose what to play and what not to. So the idea that anybody should lord over anybody else and tell them, oh no, you can't do this because X, Y, or Z, it's like, I don't necessarily agree with that. Like it's, I don't know. All right, 0 reses. Let's see what happens. Give you a schedule. Jesse, my schedule is a mess. So I usually stream, if I can, 3 nights a week. And then that's when I really get to play games. Monday is for catching up on news and all that. Wednesday, I try to do independent developer games. And then Friday, it's usually just playing whatever I currently feel like playing. So, Susano, the thing is, the reason it's being applied to both the left and right is because for so long, the woke left has been a term used for people who, again, people who say we need more representation, we need more LGBT representation, you need authentic voice acting for voice actors. You can't have a white person or a non-gay person play a black or a gay role. You have to have authentic representation, right? The idea that you have to have the DEI hires, you have to have more visibility on screen, you have to have more underprivileged, marginalized people in positions of authority or promoted to jobs that they're not able to handle because they didn't have the training, but because they fit a certain criteria, that's, you know, that's woke, in my opinion. So using it in terms of like the right-wingers that are the woke right, it's the idea that they have this ideological authoritarianism like the left-wingers do, where it's like, well, I'm a right-wing blah, 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 and I don't want to see X, Y, or Z in what I'm consuming, therefore nobody else is allowed to have it either. I understand the applied terminology. I just disagree with that because wokeism comes from such a far more left-wing position than just pure authoritarianism. It's not just authoritarianism. So, yeah, you can choose. You don't need to censor. And that's not to say that I'm not going to morally judge something. Look, I don't find any value in adult entertainment. I can morally judge that all day long. Whether or not that we have any way of officially preventing other people like legally from watching it or consuming it, that's up to, unfortunately, the government to decide. But everybody has the decision that they can make for themselves as to what not to consume, you know? All right, so now this person's over here now that we failed. Telepad reactivation cost. See your commanding officer, veteran breaker. All right, so we have to create a new world composition, apparently. So this is the end of the cycle. Proceed to the next cycle. Oh, I'm not saying everything is woke. I'm saying, you're missing the point. I'm saying that not everything is DEI or woke. The problem is when you do have things like that, they're two sides of the same coin. Well, and Jesse, even if it doesn't have my beliefs, that's the thing. That's, again, the terminology of the woke right is I need to have, for example, there are people who are attacking Kingdom Come Deliverance, attacking the studio, because they are believing that Warhorse Studio, for some weird reason, is a Christian, anti-woke, right-wing studio, when the reality is it's just a video game studio. And they're just making games that they want to make. So people are attacking them as if they have some duty to make their game inherently anti-woke, when the reality is it's like they're just a video game studio. You know, that's it. So no, Adrios, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your username properly or not. The unfortunate thing that DEI creates is that anytime somebody sees a black airline pilot or a black CEO or a black whatever professional, that's when people start pointing and saying, well, that person only got hired because of DEI, right? That's the inherent issue with DEI, is it actually creates more racism. I'm not saying everything's woke. I'm over here saying I don't think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 having a gay character is woke. Kind of game, the system being DI over any one person so much. See, again, the inherent issue with diversity, equity, and inclusion is it excludes people, right? It's the same way that so I'm over in Washington, right? And back in the, I want to say late 90s, maybe early 2000s, they got rid of affirmative action in my state. Well, what's affirmative action? Affirmative action was the idea that on their own, minorities weren't getting hired enough because of implicit bias and racism, or, and this is the racist side of it, that they're either not smart enough or qualified enough to get jobs on their own. I don't believe that. But the affirmative action program, which is exactly the same as what DEI seeks to create, is this world where you reward people based on their skin color, orientation, or their identity over the merit of what they're able to do. So, okay, so you say you hate woke stuff in video games, but if a game's made by DEI employees, you don't instantly think it's a bad product. Okay, so depends on what you mean by a DEI employee. I'm not saying that for example, people are attacking Rebel Wolves, the studio that's making the, oh crap, why can I not remember the name of the vampire game they're making, guys? I have the hardest time remembering the name of that game. We just saw the trailer for it a few days ago. People are attacking that new studio because one person that works there has a little pride flag in their bio, right? Now, again, I hate the whole Pride Month, Pride crap. That stuff, it just boils down to, like, people being disgusting out in public. Like, if you're gay, fine. Be gay, whatever. But celebrating it for a whole month is kind of gross. Kind of cringe. It's weird. But people are attacking the studio because one person who works there is gay. I think that's retarded. I think that's wrong. You don't have to agree with the person's lifestyle, orientation, beliefs, whatever, to let them make a good game. I don't believe in just going after somebody because they're black or because they're gay or whatever. No, I don't buy that. That's not cool, you know. People nowadays think DEI and woke are the same. Well, that's because unfortunately woke has turned into the ideological push to use DEI as a vehicle to replace, again, the majority with the minority. That it's unfortunately kind of, Don Walker, thank you. It's unfortunately they're connected at the hip. at least in a very general sense. Well, and Jesse, I've already said I don't want to watch a gay love scene in a game. I don't. I don't want to see that. I'm straight. I don't even want to watch a straight love scene in a game. I don't. I don't want to watch sex scenes in my. I personally, at this point in my life, think that a sex scene in a movie will cheapen the film. And I look at it too as a parent and as somebody who's married, and I'm like, people, for example, they all go crazy over Sydney Sweeney, right? Everyone's like, oh, Sydney Sweeney, she's so hot, and this and that. It's like, okay. But if she was your wife or your daughter or a relative of yours, you probably wouldn't be thrilled that she just has no problem like flaunting her naked body in front of like a camera in movies. So it's not hypocritical, but it kind of is that people are so like obsessed with her, but at the same time, you wouldn't want your wife or your girlfriend. Some people wouldn't care, but a majority of men would be like, well, I don't want my girlfriend doing that or whatever. So in the same way, I just don't personally find that nudity and sex in movies or entertainment adds much of value to it. That doesn't mean that I'm calling for all of it to be banned or saying you can't have it. I just don't personally enjoy it. So in that respect, I truly don't care if it's a gay sex scene or a straight sex scene in a game. I don't really care for a sex scene in a game, Ah, crap. Sorry, the camera's crapping out. Ugh. The game's pretty good, but for now it's pretty buggy and has bad performance. So it's really funny. What I've seen so far, the performance on my computer, which, yeah, I've got 64 gigs of RAM. My processor's a little bit newer. Motherboard and graphics card, they were 5 years old, and I didn't get like top of the line parts at the time. The game's running just fine for me. So I'm not seeing the bugginess that other people were seeing. The issue, again, that it boils down to is what's the point of having a company like Sweet Baby Inc. attached to your game? And then, of course, you get into the people who made the game. And this isn't just as simple as, well, one person there is gay. So what? Who cares? There are people who are DEI pushing activists within the studio itself. And if that doesn't bother you, that's fine. I'm not telling you can't go buy the game. I personally, though, don't like supporting companies who are all about activism. Because, again, they release a game that is a buggy mess for some people, right? Lots of people believe extraterrestrials have been to Earth and dead people talk to them. People say stuff that doesn't make sense all the time. Yeah, that does happen too. Yeah. No, that's the thing, Geek. It's like, I personally don't find that they add anything of value to a movie. And that's just my personal take on it. Like, I'm not saying people can't do it. I'm not saying you can't watch it. It's just one of those things, like, for me personally, it's just nothing of value is added. That's all. Okay, so this does start over. So I guess as long as you save up enough of these little points or whatever between runs, it does allow you to continue with your 4 resurrections each time. Okay. Yeah, so the screenshot from the Steam community page where they said that they stopped working with them was from March or May of last year. And that was the PR manager. But again, the PR manager is somebody who herself is like a super activist. So again, I have a hard time when a studio is full of activists. I don't know, like, I'm not going to take the word of an activist that they stopped working with activists a year ago. I don't know. I have a really hard time. Well, I don't understand why you would bring a consulting company on for a game where there's no spoken lines. If they help with world building, maybe that makes sense, because like I said, I'm not a big fan of the characters. I don't like the tail. I don't like the furry looking guys. Not a big fan of everything being pink and purple, which kind of seems to be the motif when you get into a lot of these games these days. What's he doing? Oh, are you all done? All right, I'm probably gonna wrap up here in a few minutes. Yeah, I don't know how it would help either. I don't understand the point of bringing on people who that's what they specialize in when this is a game that clearly doesn't have a use for it. Funding? I don't know. No, so let me go to this. Hang on. How do we get out of this? Let's go exit to title. So if you go to the credits, the only place that they are credited, surprisingly, because I figured we would have seen them in narrative design, right? If you go to the actual design of the game, you got the engineers. It's a relatively small crew, right? It's an indie studio. But if you go to, hang on a second here, character art, no names I recognize. Yeah, this Danielle Wallace, this is the one of the gals from the video I did. Environmental artist, she's one of these gals that does the scholarships for the Game Devs of Color, which is all about promoting, once again, black people or people that are minorities or femme identifying, or how, it's just more of the DEI crap. It's, we don't have enough of this, and so we're going to push these to the forefront, even if they're not talented. This is where I have a problem with DEI. DEI replaces the need for merit with your orientation, your identity, or your skin color. It's not about how good you are at the job, it's about how you identify or how you look. See, okay, so for example, narrative here. Narrative director, additional storyboard. As far as the names I'm looking at, nobody who's connected to Sweet Baby Inc., right? But then you get down to, where are we at here? Partners. Additional world building, Sweet Baby Inc. What that means, I don't know. I don't know what additional world building there is for that, but colors this game resemble the other Hyperlight game. Well, it's just very weird because it's just this modern color schemes that we're seeing, this weird push with, like, okay, for example, the thing that you'll notice the most with like Spider-Gwen from is it Into the Spider-Verse, where her colors and themes are all like these weird hues of pink and purple. And anytime it's very much like reminiscent of like the trans pride flag and that kind of stuff. Anytime you see these games, a lot of them that have involvement of these consulting companies, a lot of the hues that you see in the game, the colors schemes, are the same kind of shades of pink and purple. It's a very strange, it's, like I said, for me it feels like a red flag. But yeah, there you have it, just additional world building, whatever that means. Maybe they felt they needed a Canadian as a checkbox to allow them to have Asian architecture. I don't know about that. All right, Jesse, no sweat, dude. Probably means they consulted on the game design, so made suggestions on themes, narrative choices. But what narrative choices, though? There's like legit no speaking in the game. It just doesn't make sense why they would have had them work on it. It makes about as much sense to me as Tales of Kenzera Zhao, right? Where you have a man who is Kenyan, he's British Kenyan, his father was from Kenya, and he consulted with Sweet Baby Inc., a company based in Montreal, Canada, to help with his game, which tells a story about Kenyans. Does Sweet Baby have devs? They have people with game development experience, but to be honest, it's really hard to figure out because, you know, they've pulled all their they used to have all their employees and stuff listed on their website. Obviously, people wouldn't personally attack them, harass them, and threaten them, so they pulled all that off there. And I don't condone that, but it's like, it used to be easier because it was publicly available information that they put on their website. Now, I don't know if there's a way to actually find all that. So SB pulled an Emperor's New Clothes thing? Potentially. It's nebulous, yes. Also, that's when it's a funding requirement. Oh, hiring a consultant might be a requirement. Yeah, okay, so Susano's got a perfect point there, especially for a lot of these companies that are trying to get funding from, again, companies that care about shit like ESG and all that. You say, well, we're working with this this consulting company, and they all care all about the diversity and inclusion initiatives and everything else, and it just kind of goes hand in hand with the ESG shit. So they do narrative consulting and narrative design. I want to say that they have people on their staff that are at least somewhat capable of development, but I don't have a way of looking up all the people who are employed there currently. Like I said, it used to be easier when that information was publicly available. I just don't know now. But if memory serves me, if I'm going back to last year, I want to say that there were a few people who worked there who did have developing experience. Now again, to what extent, how good were they at developing? I don't know. They weren't very good at narrative design, so... No, look, okay, so, Adrios, to your point, too, about a lot of this, I mean, people people attacked Hellblade, the first game, as being like woke, right? Because it featured a female protagonist. I loved the first Hellblade game. I thought the first Hellblade game was fantastic, both from a story standpoint and the thematic elements and like all the psychological horror and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was fantastic. The second game was definitely ruined by a lot of the... It was just a shitty story, first off. And of course, the gameplay was weird because they had the quick time events and the cutscenes and everything else, and the game just sucked. The story went all girl boss, and the second game was ruined by the choices they made in the actual storytelling. On top of the fact that the game itself, just the story wasn't as interesting. So it's not that I believe personally that anything that has a female, main character is woke or whatever, or that, DEI necessarily makes everything bad. DEI doesn't add anything of value to a game or to a movie or to anything else, because of the fact that even if those people are talented, if they were only hired based on other factors than their actual merits, there's a very good chance that they're not the best person for the job because they were not hired on a merit-based system. And that's the real issue there. You like Tim Kaine, who does that from time to time? Yeah, I mean, and I don't think Tim Kaine was 100% wrong in what he said. I think his approach was completely wrong, because he's not looking at the reality that there are plenty of games by big studios, small studios. There are plenty of games that you can point to and say, okay, you want to say gamers give bad feedback. You want to say that, developers don't know what gamers want because gamers are really lousy at their feedback. But there are plenty of great games that gamers are constantly praising as being amazing games that don't, that aren't even getting caught up in any sort of controversy. No anti-woke controversy, no, the game was bad at release, none of this talking about should have been an alpha instead of an early access game. There are plenty of great games. You can just point to those and say, these are the games that gamers like, let's figure out why they like them. I think going and attacking people and blaming them, saying, well, you're giving us bad feedback, it's kind of a cop-out, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Again, what you're talking about there, that's kind of like the affirmative action idea that they wouldn't get hired unless they were given that not privilege, I hate to use that term, privileged. They were put in position to get the job simply because of factors other than the merit and the skill and the resources that they bring to the table. And while I get it, the idea that, underprivileged communities are going to have a harder time getting those jobs, I don't like systems that don't reward things based on merit. So, well, that is true. That is true. But that's where that gets into a much more complicated conversation about, minimum wage and part-time jobs versus full-time jobs, and what kind of job you should have as a teenager versus what kind of job you should be working as for a 45-year-old. Like, McDonald's wasn't designed to be a full-time job for somebody in their 50s. It was designed to be like a part-time job for a summer job for a teenager and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, there's uncontrollable factors that play in because everybody's different and everyone has a different amount of wealth in their upbringing, different position. Well, I mean, I live in a place where the average house is far beyond what I could ever afford, right? So I'm like the poor person in a town full of rich people. So I know very well that there are people that come from different backgrounds that have a different, if you want to use the term privilege, I hate the term privilege, but that come from a different level of wealth and education and all that. I mean, going to the whole H-1B visa thing, it's why this whole idea of recruiting these engineers and tech people from India, from, again, not the lower caste, from the upper caste system that they have there, because those people had the ability to go to college and go to universities and get educated because of their wealth, because of their position in their society. So it's not that there aren't a disparity in people based on poverty level, income, social status, whatever. I just think a system that puts people in place based solely on skin color or lack of access, if you will, is not going to generate the best outcome. you know? At least with their films anyway, we still have Reacher, that is, even though the Lord of the Rings nonsense. Oh, Rings of Power was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well, okay, and perfect example about like the college degrees. People are like, well, you're complaining about the H-1B visas, but everyone's saying don't go to college in the US. I believe that there's like a happy middle ground. I think people need to go to college or a tech institute for like a year or two, like go to become a plumber, become an electrician, become jobs that you can get great pay that don't require you to sink 4 to 6 to 8 years into a college degree where you're not going to have a job when you leave college, right? Because there are a lot of worthless degrees, and that's the reality. Yeah, and you can't make everybody equal. The only way for everyone to be equal is for everybody to be miserable. And that's that's again a lot more of like the socialistic communist mentality is if everybody's going to be equal and nobody's allowed to have more than everybody else, what's going to happen is the people in control are going to have everything and everyone else is going to be equally miserable and poor. So that doesn't work, you know? I don't know. For me, I've looked at Reacher and Reacher just looks like girl porn. It's like half of what I saw previews for Reach or clips online were women like ogling the guy without his shirt on. It's like, sure, I wouldn't mind looking like that, but it's like I've seen better shows that weren't all based around how good looking the guy was. You have an accountant degree and you found it. Well, but again, accountants are something that we actually that are a viable thing to get educated to become. I mean, that's a legitimate thing. There's always going to be a need for accountants. There's always going to be a need for lawyers and doctors. There's always going to be a need for those kind of professionals. If you're going to film school for 8 years to become a director or whatever, in this current climate with the way that Hollywood is or whatever, that's a waste of money and time. So I think that there are ways to view it and ways to go about it where we can find middle ground on some of it. So it's been a very good conversation. I enjoy this. This has actually been really mentally stimulating. But no, Adrios, I 100% agree. You cannot point at everything and say woke or DEI. I think the terms are losing meaning, unfortunately, to the point where now people are attacking a studio that's never done anything woke, you know, as like some sort of like they've done some sort of betrayal or backstabbed gamers or some shit like that. Like certain things have gotten out of hand. So. Oh, just saying it's an example of something that wasn't woke or outright DEI. Dude, my wife and I watched the Daredevil series. I had never watched it before. And seasons 1 through 3, all great characters, mixed race cast, women, men, everybody. The whole show was good. Didn't feel like anything was forced, you know? All right. As much as I'd love to continue the conversation, guys, I do have to wrap it up because I got to get some sleep. But we'll be back on Friday. I'm gonna do probably more Kingdom Come on Friday. Maybe we'll have some more answers by then. Maybe I'll have to eat a whole bunch of crow. I know I'm already looking at the ratio on the video I did, and it's gonna be a heavily disliked video. We've got more comments than likes, which is never a good sign for my ego or whatever. But like I said, everyone's allowed to have their opinion. You just don't think DEI instantly equals woke? I mean, like I said, I personally disagree. I think that they're unfortunately tied at the hip. Because again, the belief that these people of any ethnic background, minority, income, level, education, class, if you will, whatever, is being held back by an inherently racist system is a woke belief. And the belief is that you have to give them a leg up to give them more representation, to where now what we have is a system that is actually racist towards like white people or straight people. And that's not a good outcome either. And that's unfortunately the other side of what happens. But again, we'll leave it right there, guys. We can all agree to disagree on certain things, and that's okay. I appreciate the conversation, though. I do appreciate that everyone can talk about this civilly, because civil conversation is the only way we get through some of this stuff, Yeah, there's got to be a way to give people experience, though, without putting them in positions that they're woefully unprepared for. And I think that's where I'll leave my two cents on that. So. Oh, no, there's more dislikes than that, dude. No, let me check it right now. Let me see if I can see on my app. There's more dislikes than that. The thing about the Chrome extension does not always show all the dislikes. I can't see it on the app on my phone. Damn. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. Hang on. Let me live fact check myself real quick. Let me see. YouTube Studio. Here we go. All right, scroll over. Yeah, 122 to 122 to 22. 22 dislikes. It's a pretty scathing ratio for me. Normally, likes to dislikes. Although, hey, guys, Hyper Lightbreaker was probably my worst ratio in a long time. Only 72% likes on my last video talking about them. Or sorry, my first video talking about them. That was 179 to 67, so that was a lot of dislikes. So we might get a bigger ratio than that on this one. I don't care. I'm gonna put faith in Warhorse Studio. I think that they've earned it. And to be honest, I'd rather be wrong than attack them needlessly, because, like I said, they've done nothing to earn the ire over a rumor. This is just insane. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna hit the hay. Like I said, it's been a stimulating conversation. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Yeah, 122 to 22 is not the worst thing in the world. I've had far worse. Well, I mean, okay, so my final thoughts then, Adrios, is that's not DEI, because that has nothing to do with diversity, equity, or inclusion. It's just about giving people an equal footing. And the only reason you would need DEI is if you believe that people aren't going to be given a job to gain experience because of their race or orientation. So I'm going to leave it right there. I have to